Vanakkam. Welcome to Keystone IAS Academy. Today, we are going to discuss three important current affairs articles from the Hindu newspaper which are directly connected to our UPSC syllabus. So, let's begin with our first topic, India's IT sector transformation. For nearly 3 decades, India's IT industry has been our economic crown jewel, contributing nearly 7% to the GDP, which is very important. But now, the sector is going through a big change. That is what the article is saying. TCS recently announced its largest ever layoffs, almost 20,000 jobs in one quarter. So, what's happening? Is our IT sector collapsing? Is the question. The article says no, IT sector is transforming. So what are the supporting points? Let's look into it. So this article directly comes under the GS paper 3, Indian economy, sector effects of liberalization, science and technology, AI and automation, those things. So இதோட previous year question like artificial intelligence, what are the effects of artificial intelligence in various sector, அந்த மாதிரி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So it is very important. So please practice previous year question and understand the previous year question. Okay, then coming to the article, ஐடி செக்டரோட நேச்சர் தான் மாறுது. அதாவது முன்னாடி இயர்லி thousands of engineers worked on basic coding and project delivery. Now AI, artificial intelligence, has started doing those tasks. So companies like OpenAI, Anthropic have built new agentic AI systems that can do multi-step reasoning and automation. So already manpower பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருந்த routine work like reporting, coordination, testing, all these are being automated. So இதனால் அஃபெக்ட் ஆகிறது யார்? Mid-level employees, because their skills are being outdated. So add to that, இது மட்டும் இல்லை, this is one reason. What is the second reason? Just US visa rules. US visa rules are getting tighter. What is the one more reason? Client budgets. Client budgets in Europe are shrinking. That's why our traditional outsourcing model, which is our traditional outsourcing model, the article says it is more people, more profit, is no longer working now. Okay, now what is the world wants? AI based solution, cloud integration, cyber security and product thinking, not just manpower, is what the article says. So what is the solution it is suggesting is we need reskilling and curriculum reform. TCS has already trained over 5.5 lakh employees in AI basics and 1 lakh in advanced AI. And this is the future. So what is the way forward it is suggesting? Government and colleges should also make AI literacy mandatory and not optional. So what is India's IT story now? It's evolving from manpower to mind power is the concept discussed in the article. Now coming to the practice question. So AI automation is disrupting India's IT employment model. Discuss the structural challenges it poses and suggest policy measures to make India's IT workforce future ready. So write this practice question and post your answer in our Telegram group. Evaluation will be done as soon as possible. Now let's move on to our second article, which is cloud seeding in Delhi. For the first time in nearly 50 years, Delhi tried cloud seeding with IIT Kanpur to reduce smog. But unfortunately, the result was disappointing. No significant rainfall. So, this is also comes under the GS paper 3 technology. Also it links to GS paper 1 geography, weather and climate, environment also. Now cloud seeding become a very important topic in UPSC because currently 2025 also one question came and another question also came in 2019, so you can go through the PYQs. Now coming to what is cloud seeding. So it's a scientific process. What will happen means aircraft spray salt particles or chemicals like silver iodide or calcium chloride into the clouds. What will happen? These silver iodide particles act as a nuclei for water droplets to form. So what will happen if water droplets form in the clouds? Rainfall will come. Okay, the point here is if the cloud has enough moisture. Okay, so what the paragraph, what the article argues is, only if the cloud has enough moisture, the silver iodide or calcium chloride can enhance the rainfall. Otherwise, it cannot create rainfall. That's why the reason cloud seeding project in Delhi has failed. Okay, now some history of cloud seeding. Like 1952, India tried its first cloud seeding in Kolkata under IMD's S.K. Banerjee. Later, projects continued in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu also, but scientifically, success has always been mixed. Sometimes it rains, sometimes not. So, recent experiments like KPEAKS, like Cloud Aerosol Interaction and Precipitation Enhancement Experiment in Solapur, Maharashtra, showed some success. Means 46% more rain in seeded clouds compared to unseeded clouds. But Delhi's trial failed. Why? Because the post monsoon clouds lack enough moisture. What it shows means cloud seeding can enhance rainfall, but it cannot create it. Okay, this is what the article's main argument is. See, science alone can't do magic. Nature should cooperate with science, can do magic. Okay, if there has enough enough moisture clouds, then the cloud seeding might help to enhance the rainfall, but it cannot, science alone cannot create rainfall. That is what the main argument of this article. Now you can go through the slides. So here is the practice question. I have given a very simple question. What is cloud seeding? Discuss its scientific basics, potential applications and challenges in the Indian context. So then write your answer and post in the Telegram group for review. Now let's move on to an important global topic, the High Seas Treaty, also called the BBNJ Agreement, Biodiversity Beyond Natural Jurisdiction. What is that? The treaty was ratified by 60 plus countries in September 2025 and will come into force from January 2026. It's like the Paris Agreement for the oceans. Okay, for the oceans. It comes under the syllabus GS paper 2, paper 3 and paper 1 also, just unclosed law, seas, ocean. So it's a very important topic. Also, previous year question have asked in this topic. You can go through the slides and you can understand how the questions are framed from these topics. So, what are the high seas? According to the 1958 Geneva Convention, high seas are ocean areas beyond 200 nautical miles from any country's coast, meaning no nation owns them. You can see the diagram here. So, first it is internal water that belongs to the nation. Then 12 nautical miles is territorial sea. You can see the definition. It has the full sovereignty. Then it is contiguous zone. Then in the 200 nautical miles from the baseline, which is called exclusive economic zone. Beyond that, it is called as the high seas. Beyond exclusive economic zone is called the high seas, which is the global commons for all. So no nation have the ownership of that area. No nation have the ownership of that area. You can see here is the high sea. So no nation can have the ownership of the area is the ideology behind this high sea. Now, what is the article says? Is these high seas cover 64% of the ocean and nearly half of the Earth's surface. Absolutely critical for absolutely crucial for climate balance, biodiversity, and marine life. But here's the problem: overfishing, seabed mining, pollution, and climate change are destroying these ecosystems. Only 1% of these areas are protected. This is shocking, right? That's why the High Seas Treaty was created under UNCLOS, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, which was created on 1982. Here it is, 1982, Montego Bay, Jamaica, came into force in 1994, which replaced the four Geneva Conventions on maritime laws, and India is a signatory. You can read the objectives here. Now, this UNCLOS decides which is the high seas. Okay, this UNCLOS gives the definition for high seas, okay, which is defined under 1958 Geneva Convention. Okay, that the definition is 200 nautical miles outside the exclusive economic zone, and it is part of global commons, which means no country owns the global commons. Okay, now what is this high seas treaty? Sorry. Yes, what is this high seas treaty? The treaty aims to create marine protected areas in the high seas, ensure fair benefit sharing of marine genetic resources, make environmental impact assessments mandatory before ocean projects, help developing countries with technology transfer and capacity building. So these are the main aim of this treaty, but there are some challenges also. What are they? These there is a tension between the idea of common heritage of mankind and the freedom of high seas. What is the common heritage of mankind is equitable benefit sharing. No, what is the freedom of high seas? அதாவது இப்போ freedom of high seasனா unrestricted resource use வந்து நம்ம கண்ட்ரிஸ்க்கு கொடுத்தோம்னா it is getting exploited. But what is also equally important is we have to do the equitable benefit sharing between the countries. No, so these principles are conflicting because of this treaty. Also, major powers like US, China, and Russia haven't ratified it, so they may exploit the resources, and the treaty must coordinate with other bodies like International Seabed Authority to avoid legal overlap. So for India, this treaty is very important. It supports our blue economy, our Sagar initiative, and strengthens our Indo-Pacific presence. It also helps India showcase leadership in sustainable ocean governance. Okay, so coming to the practice question. Yes, discuss the objectives and challenges of the High Seas Treaty. How does it seek to balance equity, environmental protection, and freedom of the seas? Write your answer neatly and post it in our Telegram group. Our team will evaluate and send feedback. And thank you so much. So before we end today's session, let's quickly revise. The first article belongs to IT sector transformation, cloud seeding, then high seas treaty, and UNCLOS. So friends, do write your answers and post it. Your answers will be evaluated, and thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay confident, and keep learning with Keystone IAS Academy. See you in the next session. Thank you.